YouTube, man, we got a rebuild of the Raiders on Filmless on Friday. Hopefully I get this out on Friday. I already made our coach. I named him J Madden. I could have swore you could have used John Madden's face cam with the master motivator thing, but I guess you can't. Either way, we made our coach. This is gonna be a realistic rebuild, kind of like I did with the Giants rebuild that y'all actually did pretty crazy on. I'm gonna sim straight to the Super Bowl, and that's when we're gonna start rebuilding. Whoever wins the Super Bowl wins the Super Bowl, man. I'll see y'all boys at the Super Bowl. Hey guys, I should have added, the reason why I'm doing the Raiders now is because they lost to the Giants in the Tank Bowl. So I believe the Raiders have the projected first overall pick. We do have to cut 4 people because Madden is lazy. So technically, it's basically doing our preseason roster cuts, even though we don't really need to. We're definitely going to have to get a quarterback in the upcoming draft. Probably like Fernando Mendoza or someone else. Obviously, we have a franchise piece in Ashton GNT, one of the best running back prospects in recent memory. A lot of people are hard on him, but I think it's just because the Raiders' offensive line sucks. Obviously, they got good wide receivers. Trey Tucker's been pretty solid this year. They have a project player in Dante Moore who's really good, but I don't know how he will necessarily do in the sim. Hopefully, he does good. They obviously have Jack Beck, who's pretty solid, but it's okay. Obviously, they got one of the best tight ends in the NFL, if not the best tight end in Brock Bowers. They have Michael Mayer, who's a pretty solid backup tight end. Ian Thomas, we're going to just release him because we do got to go through roster cuts theoretically this late in the season. O-line's pretty good. Cole Miller's pretty solid. They do got a solid backup with Charles Grant, Dylan Parham. They do need some help on the offensive line for sure. Jackson Powers Johnson is pretty good though, so that's not that bad. Alex Kappa is getting up there in age, so we'll just release him too as well. The Raiders aren't competing for a bowl, so might as well. Obviously, Max Crosby. I don't know if I'm planning on trading Max Crosby. He has a $75 million penalty. I know he probably might get traded. I'm not saying he will. The chances of him getting traded are low, but they're there. But I don't think I will trade him. They do have Tyree Wilson, who's been a draft bust, honestly, up until this point. I'm not saying that to be a hater. They have a lot of just guys at D tackle, but none of them are really like guys. So we're definitely going to be in a tight hole rebuilding this team. I'm probably going to nuke this roster, drop a nuke on it, try to get everybody off this team besides Brock Bowers, G&T. They do got Darren Porter, pretty solid quarter out of Iowa State. Yeah, this team definitely needs some help. So yeah, man, let's build up this team. We're going to send straight to the Super Bowl. This roster definitely needs help. This is going to be one of our toughest rebuilds yet. So let's get to it, man. All right, guys, we're sending straight to the Super Bowl. We didn't force win-us. We didn't force losses. However many games Raiders win towards, I guess you say the final game of the season versus Texans. Hopefully, the Raiders don't win that. We want the first overall pick so we can select our franchise quarterback. For this rebuild, guys, I think it's going to be kind of like scorched earth. I'm going to trade everybody that's not named Max Crosby, Bowers, and G&T, Thornton. Yeah, man, Super Bowl is the Lions and Steelers. How the fuck did the Lions make the playoffs when they're eliminated? Aren't they eliminated from the playoffs? I mean, I guess they're 11-6 now. Whatever. Okay, so we'll skip one more week. Don't know how. Once again, I don't know how the Lions are. Actually, let me look at the awards real quick. How the fuck did the Lions make the Super Bowl? That's how you know Madden just don't know ball. It looks like there was a trade towards the end of the season. Because I did turn off the trade deadline just because we're gonna be making trades in the offseason. Geno Smith. We don't even need to look at Geno Smith. He was horrible. Off MVP was still Matthew Stafford. Offensive Player of the Year, Taylor over 18, Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett, obviously. Offensive Rookie of the Year, that's huge. That means he gets a div up. Defensive Rookie of the Year, obviously, we're not going to probably have no Raiders up there. QB, running back, that's pretty much it. There ain't really nothing to be talked about there. We could go look at our season stats. I mean, the season stats are kind of realistic to they are in real life. Besides the final game we played, GT with 900 yards, receiving, pretty good. GT had over 1,000 total scrimmage yards, which is nice, or 1,200 to be exact. Sacks, Max Crosby with 10. Yikes. Interceptions, 3 with Kyle Blue Kelly. Yeah, this team is definitely really bad. We could go look at the lineup real quick. Outside of Bowers, G&T, and Crosby, this team is pretty horrible, guys. With that being said, we do have Darren Porter. Hopefully he blossoms into someone. We are going to skip these player upgrades because you guys know I don't want to get too like meta because we obviously get this upgrade, which makes our players the best. So we're able to get literally anything out of anyone off this team. Like I said, guys, we're doing scorched earth on this roster. See if we get any offers. And we got an offer from the Commanders. They offered us the 6th and 7th. I don't want McGee, whoever this dude is, respectfully. So I'm going to take him off of there and see if we could get like maybe like an extra. Do they have 2-6? They do. Let's see if we can get 2-6. We're just accumulating some late picks to fill out our roster. There we go. As far as receiver goes, Brendan Rice, we're just going to release him. Shout out to Jerry Rice's son, USC legend Brendan Rice, but we don't have no use for him. We'll be back if we have another bigger trade or a bigger move coming. Like I said, guys, we're just kind of doing scorched earth. We're going to nuke this roster down, try to get the most cap possible back before we go into the off season. Although first off season in Madden usually is never good, but maybe it could be good. We're just gonna keep our rookies and him. Obviously Michael Mayer might be an interesting trade candidate. We'll see if we can get anything for Michael Mayer. We're trading a backup right guard and a guard we're not gonna pay in Parham. The Cardinals are interested in, maybe they want a backup tight end for Mr. Who's the backup tight end for the Cardinals? I'm literally drawing a blank right now. He's a GOAT. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'll put the picture somewhere on the screen. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name, but yeah, we're gonna trade him. Albert Broncos legend, not trying to pronounce that last name. We're just gonna release him. We probably would just drop the backup tight end late. Like I said, guys, we're just trying to like do scorched earth on this roster. We're definitely gonna need offensive lineman, quarterback. Actually, I think I'm gonna move Charles Grant to our franchise left guard, because we do have Colt Miller for a season or two, so we'll do that. So Charles Grant will take over where Parham was. Parham is actually pretty bad IRL, so 75 overall by them was generous. Center, we definitely will need to get a center. Right guard is pretty solid. Right tackles in, we definitely could get a better one. Brandon Jackson's, I don't really think there's any more people to trade on this roster. I literally don't think anybody is going to want anybody off this roster. So with that being said, guys, it's time to get to the free agency. As far as corner goes, we are losing Eric Stokes. I could try to flip him, but God, this DB room is terrible. I'll probably just let him walk. Let's go to the offseason eval just to see where we are with some players, see if we need to offer more. We are first on him, first on Dobbs, first on Mitchell, first on Harris, and first on AR. We will eval one time. Looks like the Steelers, Seahawks, and Eagles came in there and put some money on him. As far as signings go, we did get everybody besides these two because teams offered them more. Looks like there's 13 offers on Romeo Dobbs. The max I'll give him is 15 mil a year, because he's only a 79 overall. I'm not going to overpay him if he doesn't sign here. He truly just doesn't sign here. Same thing with Christian Harris. It's not a life or death situation as far as them go, and it looks like we didn't get him, which is whatever. We can go peep where they went. Dobbs went to the Steelers. Typical Steelers. And as far as the linebacker, he probably went to the Panthers and Christian Harris. So it is what it is, guys. Let's skip straight to the draft. There's really nothing that needs to be said. And Cardinals both are in front of us. They both do have quarterbacks, so I think we'll be pretty okay. Not taking the quarterback, they take Ruben Bain. Cardinals take Ty Simpson, bro. Don't take Fernando Mendoza. And they took Fernando Mendoza when they have Kyler. I probably should have just traded up one pick, and we are not going to be able to get Fernando Mendoza. I sold the draft right there. It says Dante Moore is projected round 1 through 2 with talent. Dante Moore on the Raiders elite. Fuck, Dante Moore rebuild for the win, baby. I wanted Fernando Mendoza. We'll take Dante Moore right there. He's ranked 46. We got him at 3. He is hidden. Hopefully he's at least star. We don't have a pick till the second round, so you go see how the rest of this first round went later. Oh man, damn, bro. Did the Jets take a quarterback? They ended up taking Ty Simpson. So we're back here on here with our first second round pick. Honestly, guys, I might look to trade down if there's not like a big player here, because once again, we do need some talent. For sure. So let's look at some players here. If I'm able to actually get like another second round pick in this draft, well, I'll get it maybe like a third or something. That'll be huge. We're in 2026, so if any teams offering us a 2026 second rounder, that's a first rounder next season from the Hawks would be pretty cool for a rebuild. They're giving us a lot of picks next year. A rebuild, Ravens or Seahawks first next year would be interesting. A Rams first next year would be interesting. They're giving us a pick, and they're giving us some later picks, so not really interested in that one. So with that being said, honestly, I might take one of these first round picks next year just to trade out of the first. We're going to be projected another bad team, which is honestly not the worst. The Bills are giving us their first. So who do I think is going to be worse at the Bills? Bills are giving us more picks, so they're already kind of better. So the Bills. Who else is in the running? Saints had a lot of picks. Ravens, Bills, Ravens. They're giving us a lot of better picks. I think the Rams is honestly the best offer for our first round pick. And that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to accept the Rams deal. We'll get their first round pick next year. Hopefully they have a bad season next year. We do trade out of the second round. We will skip to the third round. It was just the best bang for our buck. We know we're not gonna be competing next year, so if we're able to get another first, fuck it, we'll take it. All right, guys, so we're here back on the board. First pick in the 3rd round. I'm thinking we definitely want to go a skill position here, definitely a receiver, because we don't really have a good one. We have some good receivers for Nick Anderson, is pretty solid. Zachariah Branch, Malachi Fields, Christian Bell. Looking at physicals, obviously we know who the speediest guys here. We know it's Phelps, Harbor, and Berrien Brown. Jacoby Lane is pretty solid. I don't want a player who's projected to go late in the draft. I want some talent here. Jacoby Lane, CJ Daniels, Deion Burks, Cooper. We don't have receivers fully scouted. It says Jacoby Lane's projected to be a 1st round pick. We have 30 seconds left in our pick here. We know who should we go here, guys? Who should we go here? Noah Thomas out of Georgia. How's he looking? Some of these receivers are pretty bad. Did we just go BPA and pray for the stars? We have 20 seconds left. I might end up having to pause the draft because I was texting for the majority of this part, so I wasn't really able to look, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna pause the draft real quick. All right, guys, so we're back here on the clock. All right, guys, so we're back here on the clock. I do want to go with a receiver. I think the best bet for our receiver right here is probably Jacoby Lane. He's great at everything. Hopefully he's a good receiver for us. 4.44. Hopefully he's hitting, and he's projected 141. We got him at 6.7. That's never a good sign, but he is hitting. 79 jumping at 6.4. Yikes. We don't have another 3rd, I believe, or do we? Even though we know we have a 4th coming up. We have some multiple 4ths, so we're definitely gonna look to get some DBs with those 4th round picks. Hopefully they ball out. We have 3 4th round picks, 4 4th round picks, so this is where we're going to be trying to get some depth. Definitely want to get another edge rusher with Crosby in there. Definitely a good D tackle, some corners. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Hopefully we are able to find a good corner here. Julian Neal out of Arkansas. We're going to look for a good DB here, and I'll be back when we find one. Guys, there's not really no good DBs. I've been looking for like damn near 10 minutes, guys. So with that being said, I think I'm just going to take our guard in Armaj Adams. He looks pretty solid. I know his physicals are like bad, but his attributes look pretty good. He's ranked 82. He's hitting. We could use always offensive lineman. We have another 4th round pick coming up here. I'm just trying to take a best player available. We could get a backup running back for our running back we have. Did we not sign? Actually, we signed their backup running back. Never mind. Ignore me. So with that being said, we could look for another edge player. There's not really no good players left, in my opinion, not the edge position. So I honestly might draft a linebacker and kind of convert them to edge. And I think that's what I'm actually going to do with Harold Perkins here. I'm just going to make him an edge rusher. I tried to draft the other players that we did in the Giants rebuild because it's kind of cheated. We have drafted different players. That's how it's our next pick. We're just going to take Humphrey if he's still available. He looks like a really good player. He's 21, really fast at quarter. Hopefully he's good for us. Rank 74. Yeah, he was 97 speed, so we'll take that. The draft board is fixed. Once again, I think we should just double up on corners. Our defense is not the best. We kind of could just take whoever, you feel me? So with that being said, I think I'm just going to keep taking really good corners who could like be physical freaks, hopefully for us. Xavier Scott looks like he could be pretty good. Do I want Scott or do I want Thaddeus Dixon? Who's younger? Because I don't think we're going to be winning a bowl in years 2 or 3, respectfully. We'll take Xavier Scott. He just said it was our pick, or am I dumb? I could have swore it just said it was our pick. Maybe I'm tweaking. It's definitely glitched. We're going to skip to our next user pick. Hopefully, we could get another good DB here. If not, we'll probably just double up on some offensive linemen and call it a day. We could obviously go another receiver, but I do want to develop Thorin. Xavier Scott is still available. Thank that God, heavens. Yeah, it's definitely glitched because it just said it's our pick, but now that it switched to Buffalo, we'll skip to our 5th round pick. I think we have multiple 5ths. If not, we have a 6th. Yeah, we have a 6th round pick. We have 4 6th round picks, so we'll probably just fill out some depth position right here. We could always go backup quarterback for the memes. This guy just beat Georgia. Honestly, it'd be kind of funny to take him. I could honestly see Patriots doubling up at quarterback. That's something they would do. I was looking at this fullback earlier. I don't know if we'll necessarily need a fullback, so we'll kind of pass on that one right now. As far as tight end goes, we could always go with a backup tight end to Brock Bowers. It just depends on who do we want here. There's a lot of good physical appearance tight ends. This guy looks pretty good. Mark Bryce looks good. This guy's predicted undrafted. We're in route 6. We're not really kind of like going crazy there. He is an A+ pick. Did I say he was top 5? Top 15. He was 14th. Wow. And he's pretty good. So there we go. Backup tight end for Brock Bowers right there. We definitely could go with another receiver. Is what I'm thinking. Let's go see if there's some good receivers available. Definitely could go DBs as well. Zachariah Branch, Malachi Fields, 24. I do want to kind of go into youth movement. Barry Brown, Noah Thomas. Let's go with a speed demon, honestly. Fuck, I know really speed demons don't really matter in sim, but if we develop that bit to a great receiver, that'd be pretty sick. Tavares Phelps looks like he's pretty fast. I like Tavares Phelps, I think, the best because he has the best physicals in my opinion. Maybe outside of Zachariah Branch. We'll go with Tavares Phelps. Hopefully he's hidden. He's ranked 282. We got him at 166. Play 500,000, 98 speed shit. We'll take it. Him, Thornton. The receiver we drafted earlier. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. I can't be honest. I can't lie to you. Our receivers are pretty good. When you have so much draft picks, you start forgetting players you drafted. That's kind of a good thing. So we'll obviously take that there. Omar Cooper, obviously don't want to really need him. I do want to go offensive lineman if there's some good offensive lineman available. I doubt there might be any available though. Expected. Caldwell. Corners, we could just try to get some corners here. Tacario Davis, I could have swore I drafted Tacario Davis earlier in the draft. But no, we'll draft him now. I definitely meant to draft Tacario Davis earlier. I'm surprised I did it. Either way, he fell in our lap. A good quarter there to put with Porter. As far as that goes, I think our best bet is just to get some linebackers. I don't think there's really good linebackers. Ooh, we should definitely try to get a safety too. All right, guys. So we have 132 million, 44 players on our roster. So we definitely will be signing some depth pieces. As far as picks go, Moore, our franchise quarterback, was a 76. As far as most of these other players go, I don't know if I showed you guys these in the video. We drafted him. It was just one of the best physical players left. Xavier Robson, pretty much the same thing with him. He was hidden though, so good for us. Well, he was hidden as well. As far as steals, you can go see if there's any steals in the 7th round that maybe we missed or players that we were looking at. So I don't really recall looking for crazy 7th round picks. As far as this guy Pittman was a linebacker, was pretty good. Yeah, these players, some D tackles were pretty good. As far as the 6th round, Mark Camilla was one of our best picks. Nick Harbor, 99 speed receiver. I saw these two guys, but it was just like, bro, it was just unrealistic if we got both in my opinion, so I didn't really want to do that. Jaden All was a pretty good 5th round pick, so was Deuce Robinson. 4th round pick was pretty good as well. Zeke Biggers, Sheldon Fowler, Cody Platt. Is Cody Platt good? He looks pretty good. Star Dev. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Could be one of our franchise tackles in free agency. UDFA signing's going crazy right now. I don't think there's any more good value. These guys are 72 overalls. If they're star, I mean, wow. So now Bradley Schwartz is a star. So now we got 2 good star D tackles. Definitely have to get them in the rotation. This guy right here too, Fowler, is he a star by any chance? He is a star. Wow, these players are really good in this UDFA class right here. Is Madigan a star? Okay, he's not a star. I don't really need him then. Well, we just signed like 3 star D tackles. If any of these guys are a star, that after Rhett Marks, like yeah, there's 70 overall. If he's a star, honestly, it might be worth trading. See if we can get like another pick. We do have a first coming up this year. We have 2 firsts. We have our first and the Rams first. So hopefully the Rams are bad this year. As far as ends go, there's not really no sleepers right there. Sam, there's no really sleepers right there. Mike, Will, no good players right here, guys. We're gonna get straight to probably doing our depth chart right now. Yeah, man. With that being said, that's pretty much it for this. Yeah, that's it for this. We will go look at free agency and not free agency. We'll do our depth chart real quick, and hopefully we're able to build a good team. All right, guys. So we're simming in the middle season. We're in week 5 right now. Hopefully, we can see where we are on the season. Hopefully, we're doing pretty solid. I doubt we're going to be doing anything elite because once again, like we weren't expecting a good year. And our defense is probably bad. So with that being said, we are 1-6. Honestly, kind of good for us. We have a linebacker breakout. We can go see who that is. We're obviously not playing. We're 1-6 is actually kind of awful. I'm not gonna lie. We can go look at our stats. Eichenberg, player we don't plan on keeping long term, has a dev up. That's pretty cool. As far as upgrade players, we can just skip this real quick. See maybe if some of our players got devs. We can see where they are on the lineup. Dante Moore 3 upgrade. Perkins 3 upgrades as well. We knew our players were gonna be bad, but this bad is kind of insane. I forgot to import the draft cost. We'll do that right now. Like I said, hopefully the Rams are doing good, are not doing good, but doing good for our pick. Once again, with that being said, 1-6, we're probably gonna have a top pick this year. We can go look at our roster real quick. I didn't mean to do coach central. I'm not really gonna spend our coach points because it really doesn't matter since we're simming. Adjust lineup. We can go look at our roster. Dante Moore is a superstar. Gene T is a superstar. Lane and Phelps haven't got their devs yet. That's pretty huge for the developments, though. Defense, on the other hand, is looking really bad. I gotta fix this. Why isn't... Okay, it's because we're doing it like that. Can we switch to a 4-3, actually? I'm gonna switch to a 4-3. I should have probably looked into that before the season. And then I'm gonna look to switch our playbooks to Kansas City. I doubt it's too late to make the playoffs. Like, I'm kind of lazy. I'm not even kind of lazy. I was lazy, I should say, and I forgot to switch. So we're gonna put the Chiefs playbook on. And as far as defense playbook goes, we'll just do Denver, I guess, because they're one of the best playbooks in the sim usually. So we'll do that one. Shout out to the Broncos if y'all know that's my favorite team. I could always go with John Madden playbook 2, just for the realistic purpose, but we'll probably just do that after this season. We'll switch to full Raiders playstyle. So with that being said, we switched our team around on the schemes. Probably too late to make the playoffs, which it is what it is. As you guys see, Perkins, there we go. Our linebackers once again are just really bad. We just have to live with it. Our safeties are pretty bad. We knew we weren't going to have a good season this year. We could go look at our stats up until this point. Once again, Dante Moore, hopefully he could turn it around. 3-7. Yikes. Horrible receiving. That's pretty solid. Dude, 3-7 is terrible. That's one of the worst things I think I've ever seen to start this. First sacks go, Crosby with 7.5, Perkins with 2.5 interceptions. 2 interceptions as a defense, both being rookies. It's kind of insane. There's really not much that needs to be said. Let's skip to the playoffs. I doubt we make a late playoff push, but like I said, guys, we knew we weren't going to be able to make the playoffs this season, so higher the pick, the better. I think maybe year 3 is our chance to like creep into the playoffs, and maybe year 4 we could actually make a Super Bowl run. So after the season, with us most likely not making the playoffs, I think we could hopefully have a good free agency class, get some linebackers in there for sure, get some linebackers in there for sure. I think if we have like a top 3 pick, we're definitely going to probably trade out because we don't need a quarterback. We could always draft maybe Jeremiah Smith, but I don't really think I'll need him depending on how our receivers develop this year. I mean, hindsight is 2020. We could always take a Jeremiah Smith. So we'll see what happens. If a team who needs a quarterback wants to trade up, we'll figure it out. We'll probably still not trade up. Hopefully we have 2 early picks. We went 3-14. That is actually kind of horrible. Hopefully the Rams did bad too. That would be pretty huge as well. Thornton with 9 upgrades. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We might not need to draft the receiver. He's a 79 overall now. You guys can see I'm just auto progressing him. So as far as league goes, Dylan Sampson's on the block. The Broncos went to the playoffs. It doesn't look like the Rams are in the playoffs, which is pretty huge. Let's go look at the standings real quick. How good did the Rams do? Because we have their first pick this year, and they finished 3-14. That is honestly huge for our stats. Did Matthew Stafford retire? I said for our stats. It looks like Dante Moore had a better second half of the season. T with 1,000 yards receiving. It's pretty good. Thornton with 8 touchdowns. Blocking is whatever. Defense, sacks. I seen Max Crosby down there with 16.5. Fowler had 8. Holland had 3.5. Perkins only had 3. That's not the production we want out of our edge. We could go look at yearly awards. I doubt we win anything. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Joe Burrow. He won MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Okay, Defensive Player of the Year is Highsmith. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Love. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we got that. So hopefully he's a superstar now. That should be pretty huge for our development. We could skip straight to the Super Bowl and see where we're at with that. You guys can see 3-14. The whole division went to the playoffs outside of us. Shout out to the Broncos. Hopefully they win it because I'm a Broncos fan. Let's see who's in the bowl, and then we'll figure out what we're doing after that. Because yeah, man, come on. The bowl is the Packers and Colts. Disgusting. We could go upgrade our players to see how our team is looking with us getting devs from like season stats. Fowler with 2. I think he should be a superstar. We might actually have to pay him too. Now thinking about it, because he was a free agent we signed. So we're actually gonna see if we can re-sign players now. Because yeah, I know Fowler's gonna be a superstar. Where is he at? Yeah, let's pay him now. Let's get it out the way. Did he sign or did he not? Did he just decline me? He declined me. You're not leaving me. Platt. Schwartz we could always use for depth. We'll sign them too. I'm happy to sign and continue to play with this great organization, bro. Out there, we haven't been great in years, but appreciate the kind words. We'll sign Cody Platt as well, just for depth. Says the same message, brother. Same thing applies. Chin is 28. Might look to trade him, honestly. See if a team will bite on him and take him. He's regressing, so he's only going to get worse. Who was that? That was interested in the Bills. Sure, Bill Philo, you want to give it to him for your second round pick? It's like you don't even have enough money to trade for Jeremy. Who else is interested? The Commanders, -2 million as well. We could obviously wait. Falcons are interested in him. Sure, Atlanta, give us your second round pick. Okay, there we go. So that's how we're going to do that there. We definitely will be signing Fowler. We'll advance next week. See who wins the Super Bowl here, and then we'll go straight to the offseason after we do our re-signs, which we're only going to re-sign Fowler. I think that's the only thing that's really worth re-signing. So we'll do that, and then we'll go to the offseason. So, I mean, as far as that, horrible year, but a good year for developing our players, getting some superstars and players. And then obviously we got 2 early picks with the Rams and our picks. So I think depending on where those picks line up, both teams finished 3-14. We could probably take Jeremiah Smith just as another weapon for our offense. Obviously, we're going to accept the option on Brock Bowers. We would be foolish not to. And then we will obviously, you feel me, try to trade out the draft and get some more assets so we can get more picks because this team definitely needs help. We're going to up our offer on him. Perfect. He wants to resign. We probably overpaid him by a couple million, but at the end of the day, we're not going to resign any of these players. So we'll skip straight to the offseason. I can't even do the offseason. We'll skip into next week. And then we'll skip 1 more week to do free agency. And then, yeah, man, hopefully it's a good class. We definitely need linebackers. We definitely want to get some linebackers in there because our linebackers were looking really bad. Hopefully there's some good linebackers in here. We could probably go for some depth at safety too as well. And offensive linemen. So there we go. We have 133 million. Hopefully the class is good. Brian Branch instantly knew we are gonna give him the fucking bag, whatever he wants and more. We will give it to him. He wants 25 million a year. We want 30 million a year, Brian. Do you want 40 million a year, Brian? We'll give it to you. So hopefully we're able to sign him. Rashi Rice would be solid, but we genuinely don't need Rashi. Our offensive lineman is pretty good. We could just draft an offensive lineman. And ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got Brian Branch. We were able to get the long snapper. We did get Drew Sanders. So thank God the Patriots did to get him. Some players went around the league. We do got our franchise safety. Who was that Cardinals player? The Cardinals just signed. I just peeped. Who was that? I didn't even peep him. Who was it? Was he like a receiver or some shit? Where is he at? Cordell Woodyard. He was a bro. I did not see this dude. Oh, I whiffed. Whatever. Who cares? You got a superstar D type. Cordell Woodyard. We will advance to next week. It says our approval rating is bad. Hopefully our coach doesn't fire us. We do have some coach points. I probably would just use those on things that make our players play better. So we'll do this real quick. I'll be back and then we're going to skip to the draft. All right, guys. So let's get a branch. Our strong safety position is filled. We definitely could get a free safety. Definitely need to work on linebackers. We'll go look at our team right before we start this draft. We are just advancing to the draft real quick. And then we'll look at our team. With that being said, I could see us getting maybe another receiver. I did see how our receivers develop, which is what I'm about to do actually right now. We're going to adjust our lineup before we get into this draft. Yeah, and then we're going to see what we need. We're going to do best team available, obviously, real quick before that happens. Generate best lineup. Thornton's our receiver 1. We're going to move Phelps to receiver 2. Where's Lane at? Lane is definitely going to be above Beck. We could always go for another receiver. Definitely could go on interior offensive lineman for sure. I'm actually going to move Armaj to left guard. Definitely need a center in this draft. We could always get one, maybe free agency, maybe like a 75 overall. So not life or death right there. Armaj is just not a good center, it appears, which is whatever, honestly. No hate to him. Where's Armaj at? We could do best lineup now. Definitely should be fixed. We're going to have to fix our receivers. Why does Armaj a center now? What is going on? What is happening? We'll move Armaj to our starting left guard. Phelps is definitely going to be our receiver 1 with him being superstar. Dante Thornton receiver 2. Lane receiver 3. Honestly, guys, I might move, depending on who we draft in this upcoming draft, I think I'm going to probably move our receiver 3 to... I'm going to move Thornton to receiver 3. We might trade Lane. As far as corner goes, corners are pretty much set. I'm going to move Porter cornerback 1 just because he is star. As far as edge rushers go, Perkins was superstar. That's huge. Why isn't he... starting right there? It's because hey, he's right there. Definitely want to work out some linebackers. Could get a good D tackle too. Definitely linebacker, free safety, corners, maybe another receiver. Offensive lineman could be a huge need too. Let's get to this draft. We definitely will be trading one of these first, depending on who it is. And we literally have picked 2 or 3 of this draft. I'm assuming the Steelers right here, they're probably going to take Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, they're definitely going to take Jeremiah Smith. We could always go Dylan Stewart, make him an edge rusher, and Ryan Williams. Depending on the Steelers who they take here, which is definitely most likely going to be Jeremiah Smith. We don't even need to wait. They took Dylan Raiola. They took quarterback. Hold up. We're going to pause the draft. Hold up. We're going to pause the draft. Actually, we know who we're taking. We're taking Jeremiah Smith. Why wouldn't we take Jeremiah Smith to the Raiders, bro? This is insane. We are taking Jeremiah Smith, top 5. I'm surprised they went Dylan Raiola. We got him at 1. He's, bro. So realistically, we could go Dylan Stewart here with the 2nd pick, which would be a really huge get for us on the D line, which I think is honestly what our best bet is. I do want Coy Parrish too. My thing is, do I take the loss here and not be able to get Coy? I do want Coy Parrish. I do really like Coy Parrish as a player. I'm gonna see. We're gonna pause the draft. I want an early 2nd or 1st round pick if I do this. I do not want to lose out on Coy Parrish or Dylan Stewart. Honestly, you know what? We're going to see if we can get the Jets pick. We're going to see if we can get the Jets 1st round pick. We might have to give up a pretty hefty price to do that, but I'm honestly willing to do that. We're going to give up the Jets 1st round pick real quick. I do want that Jets 1st round pick. So we're going to see if we can give them, we don't want to give up our 1st this year. We'll give up a 2nd, a 4th. We'll give up our future 1st and a 1st in the fall. Oh, can we do that? Yeah, we can do that. And we'll give them it for their pick 4. If they accept this is an overpay. I will live with that overpay. Listen, I know that's an overpay, but look, now we got the 2nd pick, the 3rd pick, and the 4th pick. So there we go. We're gonna be able to get Dylan Stewart. Boom. We can move him to edge rusher. Harold Perkins is back to linebacker. We got him at 3. Boom. We're about to nuke this draft. I'm gonna show y'all no cuts, no edits, no anything. I'm gonna reach on Coy Parrish. We need a free safety. Coy Parrish is just such a good player. I cannot pass up on Coy Parrish. Look at his physicals, bro. Coy Parrish is a dog. Free safety, him with Branch. Our defense is rebuilt. We still have a 2nd round pick. I'm gonna show you all the league settings. Doesn't even really matter because I don't have, like, we're gonna delete this league anyway. Look, no edits, no nothing. The trade difficulty, where's the trade difficulty? Where's the bond here? Trade difficulty is on normal, bro. It's on normal, bro. So I don't want y'all to think I'm pulling new Fugazi, none. We don't have a pick till the 2nd rounder. We were able to get Dylan Stewart, Jeremiah Smith, and Coy Parrish. 3 great players. I'm definitely going to look to get a receiver or a corner here. Not a receiver. Definitely going to look to get a corner here or definitely an offensive lineman, depending on what's available. That trade definitely hurts us in the long run. Dante Moore is here. I should have probably took about the draft. It is what it is. Whatever. Well, whatever. There's 2 Dante Moores. We'll rename him to Willie Baker or some shit. I don't even know. We'll rename him. That's not the real Dante Moore. We got Dante Moore at home. You get what I'm saying? As far as offensive lineman goes, we definitely could go offensive lineman here. Definitely want to look at corners first real quick, guys. Once again, that draft for us, that pick for us genuinely was so fucking huge. Kobe Black is a good player. I know that from IRL football, man. You get what I'm saying? As far as the corners go, we're going to look for a good corner here. This guy, Allen Campbell, looks pretty good, but he's projected day 3. I don't want a day 3 corner. With that being said, could we always make someone a corner here? None of these corners are looking appealing, if I'm being honest with you. You want a corner though. What about safety? Is there a good safety available? Caleb Harris looks pretty good out of Auburn. Decent to sell though. I don't know how that necessarily transfers to the NFL. As far as right tackle go, we could go like our right tackle, Burks. Day 3, there's no good right tackles up. Round 2, looks like all the tackles went off the board. This guy looks pretty good. Cash Cleveland, love the name. Is there anybody else that could rival this pick? This guy looks good as well. What's his awareness? Fuck it, we'll take him. We need a center. We'll get a center here. Does that say he was 5th at true value? 102nd at true value. He's hidden. So we got our franchise center, franchise edge rusher, franchise safety, bro. Like, we're really this draft and offseason, this whole offseason was a banger for us. We're gonna skip to our next pick. Definitely want to go linebacker here. Definitely could look at corner as well, depending on who's available. Don't quote me on that. Juan Bennett out of Auburn. It looks pretty good, honestly. I'm gonna take Juan Bennett, and I guarantee he's hidden. If he's not hidden, then edit this part out, editor. It's like I'm the editor. He is hidden. What I'm telling you guys, if a player has A awareness, bro, I'm telling you, it's just they're hidden, bro. Like, I don't know if it's A through C. I like love players like that. Let's get to our next user pick here. We'll go see if there's any good solid physical players left. This guy looks pretty good, DT Balloon, but we don't really need a D tackle. We got a superstar already there. Will Sanchez looks like a pretty good solid linebacker. Fuck it, we'll take Will Sanchez. We just need depth at the linebacker position. So if he's solid, He's hitting. So we are really, like, honestly, we're blowing this draft out the water. I couldn't be any more happier. I'm just gonna look for the best, fastest corner, because we definitely need another corner for sure. Definitely might go linebacker again, because linebacker is a huge need for us. Demarius McDonald, is he pretty nice? He's not good at all. Players out of Florida, sure. Projected UDFA, but his physicals look pretty good. 114. Wow, he's hitting. So our offensive lineman is totally rebuilt. As far as for 6th and 7th round picks, I almost said the 6-7 joke. I don't know where we could go. Maybe another fast linebacker, or maybe a backup quarterback, just for the funny, for the shits and giggles. I think we're pretty much done with this draft. With that being said, guys, bro, we genuinely killed this draft. We had Coy Parrish, Jeremiah Smith, Dylan Stewart. There were some good players in the 2nd round too, if I'm not mistaken. So we're gonna go look at our draft recap. We have 66 players. This could be our year to compete, honestly. You guys see 380s is insane. Smith, Stewart, Parrish, this dude, Bennett, Myers, 67, 65. God, I said the fucking thing. We can go see if there was any good steals in the 7th round. I wasn't really kind of locked in on the 7th round, if I'm being honest. Manny Gabriel, shout out to bro, 6th rounder. 35 rookies, fuck. Wow. Good players. 5th round pick was pretty solid. We didn't have a round 4 pick, so not really the end of the day there. So with that being said, Isaac Brown was a pretty good player. We could have drafted him, but we don't need him. We have Ashton GMT. So with that being said, we're gonna advance to next week. Hopefully this is the year where you're actually somewhat competitive. I'm obviously going to do our depth chart and our lineup and stuff real quick, and I'll be back when I show y'all the team. All right, guys, so before we do our depth chart, I just want to show y'all the team. I did all Madden efforts, so all our players got a speed boost, because all Madden, shout out John Madden. You guys see our team is looking crazy. Keaton Mitchell has 97 speed because we stacked it. Look at our running backs here. We will be releasing Perkins because we just don't need him. Our players going to be fucking insane. Our receivers are probably all gonna have 99 speed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, all Madden efforts really nasty. Josh Williams, don't even know who you are, brother. Best of luck in your future endeavors. We're gonna release him. We do gotta cut 9 people. Fullback is pretty cracked. Look at our receivers, bro, insane. Tavares Phelps, Cooper. I'm gonna cut Jack Beck. Shout out to bro, we just don't really need him. He's not gonna fit in this receiver rotation. Obviously this is gonna be receiver 1, receiver 2, receiver 3, 4, and 5. As far as tight end, Brock Bowers. You could always sign a backup tight end. Offensive lineman is pretty straight as well. Lineman got speed boost. 78 speed. Offensive lineman is insane. Armaj Adams. I'm actually going to move Armaj Adams to left guard. I do want him to be our left guard. Grant, I think Armaj is just better at left guard. Unless we do keep him at center, then we'll go look at Armaj Adams' overall real quick. But I do want to start our rookie center due to the fact that he is a 74 overall. Armaj. There we go. We have some backup offensive linemen as well. One of these guys will probably be replacing Moen because I don't think I'm going to be paying him this year. As far as left edge goes, 99 overall, 83 overall. D tackles, I did not realize we had so many D tackles on this roster. I'm going to release some of these guys, and I'll be back when we're done. Dimitri, don't really need you. I didn't realize we had so many D tackles on this roster. So I'm going to cut one more D tackle. I'm going to cut Tuca. Smoking Tuca. I'm just kidding. Don't shoot me. We are at 56 players. We got to cut 3 more people. Harold Perkins is going to be our linebacker. Bennett, I think I'm actually going to move. I'm going to release Cody Lynchburg. Our linebackers are pretty good this year. I think not this year, maybe realistically. I don't know if this is the year we're going to necessarily compete and be like a dominant team this year. 94 speed linebacker is so insane to me. But listen, I don't know if this is the year we're necessarily going to be able to compete and win a bowl. But if it's not this year, hopefully it's next season. I said by year 3-4, we should be in pretty good spot to be able to be competitive. As far as linebacker go, I'm going to release Lynchburg. He's just not going to be our guy. And I'll show you all my thoughts for the depth chart. As far as corner goes, our corners are insane. We have hella corners to release as well. Ben Rogers, I'm just going to release you. Don't really need you. Definitely cornerback 1 is definitely going to be Julio Humphrey. Cornerback 2, Scott. 3 is Darian Porter. And Dakario Davis has got to fit somewhere in there. I think I'm going to move one of these guys to back up free safety. Jonathan Edwards is going to be our backup free safety as well. Clark. We're just releasing players that we're obviously not going to be using, so might as well go under the 53. We could go always look at the after the draft some free agency, see if there's some players we could use. There's not really nothing we need. Like, our team is really good. They're just low overall theoretically compared to other like teams who are going to be winning games. You get what I'm saying? Like, this team really is not bad. I don't think there's a major hole besides long-term development. You get what I'm saying? As far as corner goes, these are going to be our corners: free safety Coy Parrish, Joey's a backup safety. Try, I mean, we're going to release him. He's 30 years old. Don't really need him. I'm going to look to make one of our corners our backup safety. Who is going to be our corners? We got 1, 2, 3 here. Should I make Takario Davis at safety? He is 6'4". Wouldn't be the worst option. Who's the biggest here? Yeah, we're going to make Takario Davis actually a backup strong safety. And then with that, I'm going to make him in the sub. So are we going to have some really good sub linebackers? I think we're at the final 53. We are. I'll do the depth chart with y'all, and then we can talk about the team. Once again, we're at 48 players. We can sign depth. I really don't think we need any depth. Like, our team is just genuinely good. We can sign a third-string quarterback, I guess. Let's go look at the depth chart real quick. Pretty much it's going to be self-explanatory where we're going to have people. Obviously, Dante's going to be starter right there. Mitchell's going to be starter right there. Fullback, pretty simple. Jeremiah 1. Phelps, I'm going to move receiver 3 because he has superstars. So, Bowers, offensive lineman is pretty much self-explanatory. Charles Grant, why would I do that? Right there, Moten's gonna be our starting right tackle. We'll definitely look to one of these younger guys we have to replace him this year. D tackle is pretty much just self-explanatory. Sam, Mike, Will is definitely gonna be Bennett. Corners 1, 2, and 3, how we discussed. Cornerback 4, Shore, Richardson. Free safety, yep. Strong safety, yep. Kicker, Shore. Long punter, yep. Long snapper, yep. Let's get into the specialist positions. It's pretty much gonna be the same kind of thing as last year. Gadget, yeah. Power halfback Shore. Slot receiver Jeremiah Smith. I do want him there because that's where they get most touches. Right end, yep. D tackle, yep. Nose tackle, fine. Sub linebackers, this is where we're gonna make some changes. I'm gonna actually have Takario as our sub 1. Solano would be cool, but I'm actually gonna have there. So we have a linebacker and corner there just for like depth. You feel me? I really don't think there's much that needs to be said. We could go look at free agency, maybe a backup third-string quarterback, I guess. But I doubt there's any really good like players. You get what I'm saying? I could just do practice squad eligible for everybody, I guess, too. So we'll do that. I doubt there's any good players we're signing here. This guy's a 76 overall. Jerry, no shit. Fuck it. We'll take him for depth. I don't really know that what needs to be said here. Listen, man. I don't know how we did this season. Hopefully we're doing pretty solid. We are 4-3. Better than we had last season. Let's not get too our hopes up, man. Listen, as the Bronx said, I don't want the Raiders to succeed IRL. But listen, for this rebuild, obviously want us to succeed. You get what I'm saying? We'll go look at our stats. Dante Moore is leading the league in passing. Chef's kiss. Rookie quarterback doing great things. 15-6, way better than last season. Receivers, who's cooking right now? Smith, obviously. Bowers, Thorin, Phelps. O-line looks pretty aight. Sacks, Crosby already with 11.5, 4.5 out of Iglias, 3 for Stewart, Fowler. We just have a lot of good dogs who are rushing quarterbacks, so it's going to be kind of hard for us to, you feel me? We're about to see where we are. Hopefully we made the playoffs. If we didn't make the playoffs, I mean, next season has to be the year we make it, right? This team is honestly really good. Like I said, the only thing I really thought our weakness was just our players aren't really high overalls yet, our rookies. Did we make the playoffs? Did we make it? We're already a level 16, so I'm assuming we had a good season. And we finished 10-7. Did we not make the playoffs? Bro. We were last. We didn't make the playoffs at 10-7. We were 1 game away from making the offs, y'all. We were 1 game from making the offs. Smith, Bennett, Moore had some big upgrades. Next year's year, we make the offs, bro. What was our final stats? Dante Moore was 2nd in the league in passing. Oh, the Broncos. I love them to death. But fuck, man. Just chill for a second, bro. Jeremiah with 1,400 yards. Definitely offensive rookie of the year for sure. Defensive player of the year has to be fucking 21.5 sacks. Definitely Iglesias was a rookie, I think. Or maybe it was a second-year player. Stewart with 8.5 interceptions. Our team was really well balanced, bro. God damn, bro. That honestly really hurts that we didn't make the offs. This was a great year for us. Damn, Dante Moore was 3rd in MVP odds. AFC player of the year. Offensive player of the year, Chase. Defensive player of the year, what? Hines Allen? Hi, bro. He had both the rookie of the years though, so that's most likely a development upgrade there. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl, bro. Them fucking Broncos, and the Rams make it back to lives. We have 99 million in cap. Before we actually do the Super Bowl real quick, I do want to see if there's any big key players that we need to sign. We definitely know we need to re-sign Brock Bowers. It's common knowledge here. Common knowledge. Jackson Powers Johnson, we will definitely be signing him as well. He re-signs for us. Where's Brock Bowers at? Where is he at? It's not letting us re-sign Brock Bowers yet. Does he not need to be re-signed? Either way, we're gonna skip to the Super Bowl. If we don't make the playoffs next season, guys, I'm gonna be sick. We don't have a first either this upcoming draft because we traded it away for who did we trade it for? Oh, we traded it to get Coy Parrish. So hopefully Coy Parrish had a good year. Hopefully he's maybe like a superstar, maybe X Factor, because if not, then that's going to kind of hurt our rebuild, because we gave up all our picks for our star player. But we can go look at our team real quick, see where we are at this offseason. We're an 87 overall team and doing pretty good. Offensive lineman is really good. Defense is, bro, our team is fucking amazing. Like, there's no reason we should not be able to make the playoffs next year. Maybe an ability corner, I guess. We can make a trade for an ability corner if we're able to. But other than that, Steelers back in the bowl. They won the last one. They are playing Jackson Dart-led Giants. We're going to skip to the offseason. All right, guys. Steelers win back-to-back bowls. You know this shit's rigged when the Steelers are back-to-back Super Bowl champions. So we will auto-progress all our active squad players. With that being said, we can choose a draft class. This is the 2028 draft class. I don't even know if anyone has 28 draft classes. So whatever is the first draft class we see, yep, this one, sure. We'll download it, I guess. You feel me? So with that being said, we will download the 2028 draft class. If we don't make the playoffs in the 2028 season, I might be upset. I have to be honest, because this roster is an 88 overall roster, 87. And if we're not able to compete, it's insane. It says Dylan Stewart is a player. We will be looking to fix that. We will go to free agency. We could go look at Coach Carousel, see maybe if there's any good staff people to resign. Rod Starling. Looks like we could use an upgrade from him. Really good. I see Chrissy Quinnan maybe for depth at D tackle. We will give him a 1 year. We're going all in this year, y'all. Cooper DeJean as well. Could be would be our cornerback one. Be a huge improvement at corner. Steelers are trying to go win now. We will up the ante on Mr. Cooper DeJean. We will give him 29 million a year. If we don't make the playoffs, bro, I'm genuinely going to be sick to my stomach if we don't. We are first here. We are tied there. I will give him some more money for him to be our D tackle too. Because, like I said, guys, we're going to win now this year. Hopefully, this is the year we get it done. Zach Bond, we don't really need him. Nolan Smith will be good, but we don't really need him. He is a good player, though. Don't think I'm saying Nolan Smith is wrong. I don't really think there's really nobody we need. Chop Robinson is a free agent. If this was a long-term series, bro, he would be cracked. I don't really think there's nobody that needs to be signed. Do we need a kicker or punter maybe? I don't know. We did actually get Cooper DeJean, so there's Cooper. So I guess our best bet would be just to see how this draft goes. If we don't make the playoffs this year, I'm genuinely gonna be sick. Cause bro, what else could we need? And the Chiefs have the first overall pick. That is disgusting. Right here, draft is over. We did draft Bucky. Looks like the computer just kind of threw shit at the wall. Hopefully it sticked. We are at 59 players. We do have to cut some people. With that being said, we will cut. We don't really have any big like bums besides Brendan Hughes, an 84 speed receiver. Yeah, we'll release you. Sorry for bumping the mic. Hit it with my face. Cooper, will keep him for depth. Caden Davis, Bronco legend Caden Davis, respect him. Someone just sent us a friend request. Shout out to bro. With that being said, if we don't make the playoffs this year, I'm going to be kind of sick to my stomach. This roster is really good enough, ready to compete, in my opinion. All right, guys, I was scrolling TikTok. Don't know if we made the playoffs. We're about to find out. Or I'm not even playoffs. If we have a good record in the middle of the season, we are 4-3. This is what we were last season. I'm not gonna panic. 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 This is where we were last season. If we don't turn it around, Josh Sanchez was a superstar. I didn't even mean to open up his thing. I meant to just like auto progress him. If we don't turn around this season, we're gonna get fired. So we are playing the 4-2 Jaguars. Dante Moore is once again second or third in league in passing stats are going crazy. Dante Moore 15-4, bro. How are we not winning games? I mean, we're 4-3, so technically we're winning games, but you get what I mean. Like, how the fuck is like, how are we not undefeated? Stewart looks like he has 7 sacks. It looks like he has taken the lead. Mac Crosby only with 4, his lowest start to this point. As far as that goes, there isn't really much that needs to be said, bro. And we make the fucking playoffs, bro. Here we go. Yeah, guys, we're in week 16 here. Put the phone down. This is a moment of truth, bro. This is what you're for. Hopefully we're able to make the playoffs, bro. I don't really think there's much that needs to be said up until this point. Hopefully we have a good record, bro. Hopefully we're able to win the division. I peeped last season. There was 3 teams from the AFC East that made the playoffs. That's probably why we didn't make it. So hopefully we don't leave it up for chance and stuff like that. We are level 31. I'm assuming we had a good season, bro, for leveling up like this as a coach. And we finished 14-3. That means we won every game. The final like stretch of the season. Cinema. Honestly, cinema. I'm assuming we won the division because we don't have a playoff game here. First round bye. We love to see it. Yeah, we won the division. So we can go look at player stats. Dante Moore 4,600, 4205. That has to be MVP like numbers. Receiving. Smith with another 1,400-yard season, bro. Yikes. Sacks, we go peep that. Crosby finished with 17 and a half. He heated up. Taylor Stupert was 16 and a half. Fowler with 10 and a half. One of our best like gems we have ever found, bro. Because we signed him in free agency for interceptions. Branch with 4. We can go look at yearly awards, bro, for us. Dante Moore MVP. Jeremiah Smith offensive player of the year. Defensive player, bro. We swept the awards basically. Like there isn't really much that needs to be said, bro. We're gonna skip one more week to see who we're playing in the playoffs next week. Hopefully it's an easier matchup. Obviously we want every easy matchup possible. We're the first seed. We're about to get straight into this playoff game, see who we are playing. Once again, y'all know the rules for my rebuilds, bro. In the playoffs we get 1 play per half to play. 1 play, that's it. We won't use the moment if we have to, because I usually don't like to play, so you get what I'm saying. Buckley, that's not Buckley, because last time I dropped Buckley he didn't look like that. You get what I'm saying. We're gonna get straight into this game. Simulate the strategy, play the moments. Man, there's not really much that needs to be said, bro. We're playing Drake May Patriots. Come on. All right, guys, division around here against the Patriots, man. We are up 7-0 in the first quarter. I'm trying to come in the game, not trying to come in. I'm trying to sim the end of the game. You know how I like to do it, bro. Take 1 moment and a half if we need to. They're up 10-7. We're up 14-10. We're up 14-13. We are up 14-13. They're up 21-14. Can our defense do something? Can we get back in this game? Can we score? Looks like our defense is in rough shape. We are down 14 to the 7th-seeded Patriots. We do have 1 moment in this game, and this is where we will use our 1 moment here to get a touchdown drive for the boys. Jeremiah Smith out wide. Dante Thornton out wide. First time we've ever seen this offense work. We're going to put him on a Texas. We're going to put Phelps right there. We're going to put... This is the route we like to call chicken. Oh my god, our players bumped into each other, and it's going to be 4th down. We will skip towards the end of the game. That was such a horrible 1 moment to come in. The Raiders ended up going getting a touchdown. Bro, the Raiders just scored. Okay, I was about to say, bro, I'm about to be sick to my stomach. We're gonna go play by play right here. We're gonna watch like the final minute and 30 seconds left of this game. 3rd and 6. Actually, we'll watch this from this point on. We will be watching the end of this game. Can the Raiders come back and win this game? Not even come back. Well, I mean, it was a comeback. It was a 14-point comeback. 59 seconds left. If they get a 1st down, we practically lose because they're in field goal range almost with a 1st down conversion. And they threw a pick. Who is that? Is that Branch? And Branch, go down. Oh my god. We got a pick. Branch gets an interception on 3rd down on Drake May. Oh my god, I need to sip of my drink. Why are we giving them a chance to... Oh my god. That was the worst 2-minute draw I think I've ever seen in my life. Throwing it up to our shortest receiver in the corner of the end zone, Tavares Phelps. Now they have a timeout, 29 seconds left. Who the fuck is our kicker? I don't know. I'm assuming that's a rookie. He boot. Oh, great kick, I guess. Either way, 21 seconds left. Drake main shotgun. Fake handoff. Play action pass. He throws another pick. That's the game. Who intercepted him? Number 14 is going to bring it back to the house. Who was that? Who was that? Who was that? Who just won us the game? Brian Branch and him both got a pick. Who was that? Who's number 14? Or are we kicking a field goal? Oh, we got a pick 6. I'm tripping. I was like, why the fuck are we kicking so early? That's pretty much going to win us the game, guys. Who was that with the pick? Number 14, you're my hero. All right, guys, we're going to go to the conference championship, see who we are playing. Hopefully, it's an easier matchup where we don't have to stress. Like I said, we won. Can't be happier about that. We are playing the 11-6 Ravens. All right, guys, here in the conference championship, man, against the Ravens. This is like, what, 5 years in the future? What, this year 4. So Lamar would be like 32. I don't know if he is the quarterback over there. So, I don't know what happened with that. With that being said, we are up here 3rd and 3. We haven't played one moment. I don't remember. Did we play a moment in the first game against the Patriots? I don't think we did, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, we do get one moment at half. We will use our one moment here. I'm thinking of Brock Bowers on maybe like a deep corner route. Phelps over top. We're gonna put Phelps. We're gonna make the corner a little deeper, and then I'm gonna do kind of like the same thing there. 3rd and 3 here. We can always scramble. I think Dante Moore is pretty fast. Oh my God, Jeremiah Smith is off that so fast. That's gonna be our one moment of the game right there. We're gonna skip towards the end of the game. I don't know if the computer's gonna need us to come in. Ravens haven't scored yet. It is 10-0, 17-0, 20-0, 20-7. The Ravens finally get a points. It's kind of scary. It's 20-7. It's 20-14. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's slow it down. They're slowly coming back. I'm kind of nervous. I got to be honest. I am kind of nervous. Interception by Juan Bennett. Okay. Shout out to the boys. Change of possession. Can we go down there and just get a field goal? We need some type of points. And we win the game. I didn't even realize the clock was going down. We are going to the bowl. Hey, man. I don't care about nothing else. We're going to the bowl. I don't know where Lamar is. I don't know if he was their starting quarterback or not. It looks like Diego Pop is starting quarterback. Don't know what happened with Lamar. Don't know if he retired. I don't care. Not our problem. Hey guys, we're about to figure out who we're playing in the Super Bowl. We are playing the Green Bay Packers. Disgusting. We're just gonna upgrade our players here. There's not much that needs to be said here, man. This is the Super Bowl. Complete a rebuild. We gotta win the bowl. For the Super Bowl, we were playing the Packers. They're an 86 overall team. Let's get straight to it, man. All right, guys. Packers start off 7-0. Says we get one, like I said, guys, we get one moment each half. So we're gonna use our one moment here. Super Bowl setting here. We don't have our playbook, so we don't even know what the default playbook the Raiders have. But here we are. We got Brock Bowers out there out left. I'm thinking if I put Brock Bowers out on a post, that should work. It looks like they're bringing a heavy set. We will put Thornton right there, Smith right there, and then I'm gonna motion Phelps over to this right side, I think. Or left side, I should say, and then I'm gonna have him on a post. That should bend the secondary right there. Actually, I'm gonna put Phelps on a streak, and I'm gonna have Bowers on the slant. So we got some deep routes going, breaking field. We have Brock Bowers over the middle here. Picks up the first down, get some good blocking out of Jeremiah Smith. All right, that's our one moment of the first half. Try to get them in, get some momentum for the Raiders, man. Hate the Raiders, but for this rebuild, we want the Raiders to be great. So, 7-7-0. 10-7 here. All right, about to be the end of the third quarter. 10-10, 17-10, 17-17, 24-17. All right, guys. So now we're gonna need to start watching the clock. Hopefully, we can get this rebuild done. We haven't used our moment of the second half here. Looks like the Packers are gonna go down there. They don't tie the game. The game's on the line here. Make a big stop. We will skip that moment. Big end of game. Hold on to the lead right here. For the final moments of this game, man, we're gonna turn on the chew clock. We're just going to run the ball, man. As a Broncos fan, never want to see the Raiders win a Super Bowl, but for the rebuild, it has to get done here. We're just going to hand the ball off to Ashton G&T. He picks up the first down and then some. They're going to burn their second timeout here, man. We just know we got to just control the clock here. We're going to make them burn their final timeout here. Minute 30 seconds left, and this rebuild might be a success, bro. Raiders-Packers Super Bowl is disgusting. I think this was a free play. I would just accept it because why not? Offsides on the defense. Yeah, they're trying to get a jump on the run game early. That dude, they do call their final timeout because the clock would have been ticking. Let's run the ball here again. Shout out to the Raiders, man. We're Super Bowl champions. Burying a big fumble here. We could just really kneel out the clock. Bad stick by me, but it doesn't matter. And there we go, bro. We're about to be Super Bowl champions, man. God bless. You feel me? 50 seconds left in this game. We could try to score here, man. Let's give it to Ashton G&T, bro. Fuck it, why not? Give it to Mr. Michael Myers here. Makes a do miss. Oh my God, he's so shifty. 40 seconds left in this game. One more play until we are Super Bowl champions and this rebuild is complete. Oh man, took us 4 seasons, but we're here. It's gonna give it off to Dash and GT again. Dash and GT led drive. We will call a timeout with 1 second just for the memes. Actually 2 seconds here. We're just gonna come out here and just throw a streak. The odds of us getting a touchdown here probably not gonna happen, but you know me, man. We don't spare our opponents here. I'm just gonna throw it up to Dante Thorne, Raider legend Dante Thorne, no matter what. GT out there in motion, just trying to move the DB over. 2 seconds left. Throwing it up to him no matter what. Can we get a touchdown there to end the game? And we just pad the score, bro. We win the Super Bowl, bro. This rebuild is pretty much complete. I'll talk to y'all in the main menu after we watch the confetti fall. Man, I've been rebuilding this team for 2 hours and 38 minutes. Beat Jordan Love-led Packers. Jeremiah Smith, G&T. They dumped the Gatorade on me, man. Super Bowl winning coach. That's 2 Super Bowls, bro. We did it with the Giants. We did it with the Raiders. I don't know what team is coming next. It is 3 o'clock as I'm filming this video. I'm going to try to get this out before midnight. Roger Goodell, man, the commissioner. Super Bowl champion. Look at me touching my heart, man. I did it. Let me move myself a little bit so y'all can see me better. We have won the bowl, man. I really don't think there's much that needs to be said. We could go look at those Super Bowl stats. We'll bring ourselves right here. We did it, man. Rebuild complete. I don't know what's the next team we're going to rebuild, and I accidentally just tapped A. We'll go look at the stats after. We don't need to worry about the highlights. We did it. We rebuilt the Raiders. Yikes. This is the only time I'll ever be the Raiders. All right, guys, you got to see, man. We win the Super Bowl 30-17 over the Green Bay Packers. 4 touchdowns for Dante Moore. Only a touchdown for Jordan Love. He had 400 yards passing. Insane, by the way. Might I add. 97 yards for Mr. G&T. 40 carries. January had 170. Jeremiah had 150. Defense did their part. No interceptions for either quarterback. Obviously, Micah Parsons with 2 sacks. Rushing with 1.5. Stewart with 1.5. Bear Alexander was crazy. Juan with a sack. Crosby with a sack. Schwartz, DeJean, Platt, Dollar, man. That's all that needs to be said, man. We win the Super Bowl. I'm about to eat food with my girlfriend. Y'all be easy, man.